This is our RoomAlive setup. We are using 3 program units, one for the left wall, center wall and right wall. Our program units are placed above our projectors in this manner. The Kinect cameras are heavily tilted down in order to avoid looking too much at any of the girders, as can be seen over here, as they seem to mess with the calibrations. The other program units can be seen up here, also heavily tilted to look downwards. Currently, we've made a simple application. Here can be seen the calibrated room, and it looks quite nice. So it should work as intended. I have made a simple program where a red square can be moved around the room by moving the user's hand. Our main problem with the current setup is, as you can see, the red square has somewhat of a skew. It looks like a person is standing high up and looking down at it instead of standing straight ahead and looking at it. That's a smaller problem. A larger problem is that once I use my cursor to move the square over on this other wall, as you can see, the skew is getting rather extreme. From over here, it looks somewhat nice from my point of view, but as I move it over here, it starts to move upwards instead of around the wall as I would have expected, and it moves up here into what is currently not rendered due to the field of view being too small, the angle of field of view. So I would have believed that the square would look very nice like this, and also on the other wall it would have followed the wall around, but instead it goes upwards, as you can see here, which is not what we intended. My question for you is now, in order to counteract this behavior, should we make some hard code to make sure that once the square is at specific x coordinate in translation, to rotate the square to make sure that it has the right perspective from the user's field of view, or is there something wrong in our calibrations? As I believe with the RoomAlive toolkit, it should be that once the room was calibrated, it would just be like, in our case, since every wall is directly placed flat against each other, it would just be one very wide screen that would go all around instead of this weird skew.